Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So in this particular episode, I will be explaining about a few of the routing options available in the Pega. Okay, so this is the most complicated, scenario you feel actually in the interview perspective. Okay, and also parallelly, whatever I say, right? So you just practice with your real-time scenario so that you can get some hands-on. Okay, yeah. So before moving to this particular, episode, so from my end, if you are visiting for the first time, right? So please do subscribe to my channel so that I can create more content related to Pega and as well as career as well. Okay, so I really need your guidance so that I can bring more unique features and as well as unique concepts as well with related to the Pega and as well as career guidance as well. Okay, yeah. So moving on to today's episode, which is known as for the uh, routing options. Okay, so there are a few types of routing options available in the Pega. Okay, so routing is nothing but what, for suppose if a users perform any sort of action in the assignment. Okay, if he or she submits, right? So after post submission of that particular assignment, right, now that assignment need to be routed to the other particular user or in some sort of team that need to be performed in order to move ahead. Okay, so this is the simplification of routing, so where we can use in the real time particular scenarios. All right, yeah. So moving to this particular session, so right now, yeah, so if you click on any of the assignment shapes we have, right, so see here we will be having a route options. Okay, so keep in mind this is what step, that is nothing but what process flow. Okay, so in the screen flow, you see here we don't have any sort of routing options. Okay, we know, right? So in the screen flow, the routing options only available at the start shape but not at the assignment shape, but this is a process flow, so that's why I'm explaining onto the process flow, right? So over here now we will be having a routing options. So in the routing, first start with the current user, specific user. So what is my current user? Current user is nothing but what? Current is nothing but what I am. Okay, now whoever performs, whoever working on the particular assignment, right? So that is nothing but called as a current user. So right now I am working on a particular assignment. Let's take. Okay, now the current user should be mine. Okay, should be me actually. Okay, so that assignments belongs to me. Okay, so this is nothing but current user. And next, specific user. So specific user is nothing but what, if I use just specific user, right? Again we will be having a certain options like let's start with the username. So username nothing but what, it's like a hardcode kind of thing. For suppose if I like type some manager at cwr.com, so the assignment routes to the particular this username. Okay, so this is somewhat I can say hardcode kind of thing. So whenever any assignments submits, right, so that particular assignments will route to the particular this username. Okay, so that's why I say it as a somewhat hardcode kind of thing. And next we will be having a user reference field. Okay, so user reference field is nothing but what, for suppose you are capturing some sort of email, right? For suppose we will be having a create operator and we will be having a resolved by user. So create operator nothing but what, now see here, yeah, create operator. So now whoever now in the PV workpage we will be having an option, we will be having a property called px create operator, right? So that particular operator's mail id it will route. Okay, that is nothing but user reference field. And next we will be having a resolved by user. Okay, so this is also one of the options which we have available in the user reference field. Okay, so these two will be available in the clipboard as well, you can check. And next we will be having a reporting manager. So this reporting manager is option is available in the operator. For suppose if I just open my operator over here, now my reporting manager, if I work where is the reporting, reports to. Okay, here it is null, right? So I can prefer some sort of like admission pega.com, let's take. Okay, so whenever I submit any sort of assignment, right, now it routes to the this one. Okay, so this is nothing but what, reporting manager. Okay, and next participant. Now again in the participant, that is nothing but what, we can say work parties. Okay, now we will be having owner and some sort of see here we will be having owner. Okay, so if we define any sort of work parties, right, so that particular work party it gonna assign, okay, dynamically. Okay, so this is nothing but specific user. And next, however, we will be having a work queue. Okay, so if you define any sort of work basket kind of thing, then you can very well do, okay, work queue. Okay, in earlier classes, in earlier episodes, I have explained about work list and as well as a work queue as well. Okay, so I think I have created a playlist as well for that. Okay, so or else I will make a I will make a note on the description as well, so that you can have it jump onto this work list and as well as work queue related content as well. Okay, so work queue is nothing but what, it's like a team kind of thing. Okay, so whenever you submit any sort of assignment, right, now your assignment will route to the particular team kind of thing. That is nothing but work queue kind of thing, where whoever belongs to the particular work queue, right, they will pick that your assignment and they will work on for that. Okay, so if you define, for suppose, let's take, we will be having a many OTBs, like like, see here, if I, by default, Pega will create some sort of OTB work queues as well, like we will be having a defaulted CWR like that. Okay, and next, over here, now you will be having, see here, many of the work queues available by defaultly. Okay, you can choose or you can create by your own. So this is nothing but a work queue. And next, over here, now we will be having a custom. Again, in the custom, we will be having a work list and as well as a work queue. Okay, so now keep in mind, so whenever you're trying to configure this custom option, okay, from the case lifecycle, right, only you will be having only two options, like work list and work queue. Okay, so another few of the options, like we can say advanced options, right, advanced options we can available from the flow level, I will be explaining in later part. Okay, so this is nothing but custom completed. And next, we will be having a business logic. Okay, now over here in the business logic, if you want to perform more advanced way, like in a more logical way, like you will be having a conditions as well, like over here, now we will be having a operator, you will be having a work queue, you will be having a availability. Okay, so availability nothing but what, in the operator as well, you will be having that availability checkbox as well. Okay, and as well as skills as well. Okay, so these are available in the operators. Okay, so based on these configurations, right, you can very well define that routing operations, and as well you can have this in conditional basis as well. Okay, right. Yeah, so moving on to this custom, right, so yeah, so over here, now we will be having only two, right. So let me go to the particular flow, right. So I'm opening a process. See here, now this is nothing but one of the assignment shapes we will be having. So this is a process flow, so that's why I have opened one of the assignment shapes we have in the particular flow. And next, see here, in this routing operations in the custom, now see here, we will be having a many, like connect. So connect is nothing but what, connect is nothing but it will create an assignment and which waits for the external operator to perform. Connect is nothing but what, generally connector purpose. Okay, nothing but external purpose. Okay, so which will wait for the external to perform or to create some sort of thing. Okay, next, dependency. Obviously dependency is nothing but what, it will wait for that. Okay, it will wait until some sort of other operations will complete. Okay, so dependency means it will wait for that particular, why, because it has a dependency kind of thing. Next, external nothing but what, like for suppose, if you want to create any sort of assignments, and if you want to route it through mail or some sort of other thing which they don't have any sort of operators IDs. Okay, so a particular thing you can very well use as external, so that they can't without, even though they can't any sort of having the operator IDs, right, they can easily perform. Let's take an example, like feedback kind of thing. Okay, in order to work on the particular feedback form, right, they don't have any sort of, they no need to have any sort of operator IDs, right. So that is nothing but external kind of thing. Okay, so simply we can have it on a link particular thing on a mail. So when they open that particular link, right, so they will redirect to the particular one form, and they can submit that particular required fields. Okay, so while filling all these things, right, they don't need to create any sort of specially for operators IDs. Okay, so that is for external DWA, we can say. Okay, DWA kind of thing, directed web access. All right, so work list, work queue, we already know. Okay, work list is nothing but what, simple. And work queue, so like Steam kind of thing, we already discussed about that. Okay, Yeah. So over here now we will be having a router options actually. So over here now we will be having a OTB activity. Okay. Now let's check one of the OTB activities. So two current operator is the OTB activity. One of the OTB activities we will be having. So under security, now this is the activity type is nothing but what route to. Okay. So this is the most significant role which it plays actually. Okay. So I think one of the interview questions I have seen right in recent times. Okay, so if you want to custom any sort of routing operations, right? So what you need to do, you can either you can just either you can mimic that, okay, or else you can utilize this thing actually. Okay, whenever you are utilizing this particular OTBs, right? Okay, or else whenever you are creating any sort of right, make sure to have this routing type is equal the activity type is equal to route. Okay, so whenever you use this route, right, that is nothing but what this particular activity is specially made for make for the routing kind of thing. Okay, so then only you can easily configure a particular thing, and then you can Pega will pick, okay, Pega's algorithm will pick that particular activity and they can perform it simplified. Okay, yeah. So these are the routing operations, routing options available in the Pega. Okay. So you can easily implement with your real-time scenario, and you can practice as well. Okay. So if you have any sort of doubts regarding while implementing these particular things, right? So you can, however, you can have post ask your doubts into the comment section so that I can clear your all your doubts. All right, so yeah, so this all about today's session. If you really like our this particular video and as well as this particular content, this particular contents as well. Okay, so please subscribe and please do share as well, and please do comment your opinion as well so that I can track my feedback as well. Okay, where I can enhance and everything. Okay, whether you're understanding in the proper way or not. All right, yeah. So keep learning and happy Pega. Okay, chalo, bye bye, take care.